Alright, YouTube, what's going on? Back today with a new knife review. It's been a while. It's been a few weeks since I did a knife review, and I haven't been buying a lot lately. Been concentrating on a few other things, but I was at Blade HQ last week and wanted to pick up a couple new ones, and I've really been interested in the Esee Zancudo since it came out, but I've kind of for some reason I hadn't pulled the trigger on one. And there's more and more reviews coming out, and I was like, looks a little small for my likings, I'm not sure. And I went and handled it down at Blade HQ, and that's where I'm lucky, folks. I have a Blade HQ is local to me. It's about a half an hour drive from my house, and I'll go down there every once in a while and BS with the guys there and just try out a couple knives. It's really nice to be able to handle them in person. So I handled the Esee Zancudo, and I really liked it. It's a pretty nice little knife. Comes in at about $28, so it's really cheap. I shouldn't say cheap because I don't feel like it's cheap. It's inexpensive. It doesn't feel cheap. I like the stainless steel frame lock. It's got a really nice stone washing on it. As you can see here, really great stone wash on there, and on the blade. It's Osate steel, but from what I've read, they have a pretty good heat treat on this Osate. So, but really cool stone wash. Got that cool little Zancudo, which stands for mosquito, logo on there. Then you have the Esee logo on this side. As you know, this probably may know, this knife is actually not made by Esee. It's made by Blue Ridge Knives for Esee. So Esee's just kind of putting their name on it. So it comes in this little box here. It does, I guess, from what the guys at Blade HQ were telling me, it actually is warranted by Esee's warranty. But interestingly enough, the box says warranty BRK, which is Blue Ridge Knives. So that's conflicting. Made in Taiwan. So it's made overseas, not Chinese made though, which typically, you get a little bit better quality out of Taiwan than you do China. Comes in a variety of colors. I went with the OD green just because I like OD green. They had, Blade HQ had a red one I was going to buy. They had pretty much every color. Coyote brown, flat dark earth, the black. I mean, they have the black coating on there. I really like the stone wash, so I went with that. But it's a really small knife, but it's not too small. Weighs in under 3 ounces, so it's a really lightweight EDC. Makes for a really nice EDC, actually. You barely know what's in your pocket. The blade, and let's just talk a little bit about the construction of the knife first. It's, like I said, stainless steel frame lock. It feels nice. This is not G10. This is like an FRN, nylon type thing, just kind of like the Ontario Rat series, which are great knives. This knife is very similar to a Rat 2. I like that it's a frame lock better than a liner lock. And actually, I've owned a Rat 2 and I handled another one when I was down there, and I just really like the feel of this knife. The opening is pretty slick, actually. It's pretty quick. I mean, you can see how fast I can just flick that open with my thumb, just get that in there. It just fires out pretty fast. It's got a pretty strong detent on it, but it's got fast deployment, which is nice. It's manual deployment, obviously. And I really, it's just under a 3-inch blade, so it's pretty small. I mean, this is actually the smallest knife I own right now. But I like it. I mean, you can see here, medium-sized hands. I can get full 4-finger grip on there, no issue. You got a little bit of jimping up here on the top, which isn't really, it grabs your finger. It's not overly aggressive, but it does the job. But it's been a good little EDC. I've been using it for a little over a week now, just for everyday tasks, and I've been really liking it. And I'm kind of wondering why I always carry such big knives. I like big knives, but sometimes it's nice to have a small EDC. So I think that's where the Zancudo will fill a role in my collection and my usage, my rotation of wanting a smaller knife, something that's lightweight. But it's been nice to carry. The pocket clip is it's almost like too long, I think. I mean, it takes up like more than half the knife, which is kind of strange. But it works well, and it doesn't have too much retention, but it retains well, so it's not going to tear up your pants or anything like that, which is nice. So like I said, it makes a really good EDC. I can see it being used as a backup blade, you know, and if you're going out like in the bush, you know, the woods or anything, and you want to, you know, you have your big chopper or whatever, and you want just a small detailed knife that's a folder, this would be a good choice. So it's been a really good little knife. There's tons of reviews on these, you know, so this isn't going to be a very long video. I was going to buy it right when it first came out and review it, and I kind of wish I would have. But just kind of give you my first, you know, my initial impressions of the knife after carrying it for a while. I really dig it. For 28 bucks, it's really hard to beat. What I like in this budget range is that it has, you know, that really good, it's got a nice look to it. It just doesn't look cheap, doesn't feel cheap in your hand. You know, not that I'm saying it feels like, you know, $300 knife or anything, but it doesn't feel, you know, inexpensive or cheap. It feels nice. The stonewashing and the frame lock's a nice touch for this price point. You don't normally find frame locks in this price point. You normally find liner locks or, just mostly liner locks actually. So that's kind of a nice change. Something you might look at comparably would be like the Kershaw Cryo 2 or the Cryo 1 or the Thermite. Would all be kind of in this price range. Those are Chinese-made knives, but we know Kershaw makes really good Chinese-made knives. So those are some kind of comparable knives. When I was there, I picked up this CRKT Icoma Carajas, I think it's how you say it. This knife's actually really surprised me, and you'll see another review on this one. I was going to do them together, but I decided not to. But it's pretty similar in size. They both got, you can see there, they're really similar in size. The CRKT has a little bit longer of a blade. It's just a little over 3 inches, where the Zancudo is just under 3 inches. Handle is just a tad bit longer on the CRKT, and it's got G10 scales, and it's got the IKBS. So both budget knives that I picked up and really been enjoying them. I've been carrying both of them, and they've been working out really well. So this came extremely sharp. I'll show you just how sharp that Esee or Zancudo comes. So it's a really sharp knife, and I've actually used it a little bit. So yeah, see, look at that, pretty sharp out of the box. You're gonna like that. I always like when my knives come sharp. So yeah, I really dig it. Definitely recommend you pick one up. They're so cheap. You might even get a couple. They got, like I said, multiple colors. I don't know if you've seen the late Boy Scouts video, but he did kind of a spread where he showed all the colors I believe they have. So got a lot to choose from. You know, their Ontario Rat 1 and 2 kind of have like a pretty big following as a budget EDC, and I think the Zancudo fits right in with them because it's very similar to those two. So I definitely recommend getting one for the money. You know, this may be hard to beat as a budget EDC. It's really, if you're looking for a smaller blade especially, this would definitely be a knife for you. So alright guys, and that's going to be it for tonight. Look forward to the next video, which should be on the CRKT, unless I do something a little different, but this will definitely be the next knife review, will be the CRKT. So, and I noticed there's hardly any reviews on this knife out there. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's not popular. It's actually a really good little knife, and I'm, you know, kind of a little preview I'm going to give you. It's been a really nice little EDC, so it's really smooth and it's got nice action. So look forward to the review on that, and go out and get yourself a Zancudo. Blade HQ, like I said, has them in about 20 different colors, and they're really inexpensive, so definitely recommend it. Alright guys, take care and have a good one.